but tonight you belong to me. Although we're apart, you're a part of my heart, but tonight you belong to me. Way down by the stream, how sweet it'll seem once more just to dream by the silvery moonlight. My honey, I know with the dawn that you will be gone, but tonight you belong to me, just a little old me. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons. Today I'm finally back to playing my uke, and I'm breaking down a classic tune written by Billy Rose and David Lee in 1926. This is Tonight You Belong to Me. Let's get started. Okay, we have a close look at the uke. I'm going to start off by breaking down the intro section. This is a quick demonstration. Okay, my hands are pretty big on this ukulele, so it's probably a little tough to see what I'm doing, but I'll break it down as best I can. I'm starting off with my G major chord shape. My first finger goes to the 2nd fret of the C string, my middle finger is here on the 2nd fret of the A string, and my 3rd finger is here on the 3rd fret of the E string. And I'm going to play down, up, then I'm going to drag this up to a G sharp. Just take the chord, bring it up 1 fret, and then bring it right back. Once we've done that, we can pluck the G string by itself. Down, up, and then pluck. Alright, we'll do that around 3 times. Before moving on to our D7 chord, I put my first finger here on the 2nd fret of the G string. My middle finger is here on the 2nd fret of our E string. And I'm strumming every single string and letting it ring out. Okay, now that we have our intro section, we're moving on to the verse. We're starting off with a G major chord. We're going to hold that down for 4 beats. Then we're going to go to a G7 chord, turn that chord backward. My middle finger here on the 2nd fret of my C string, 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and my 1st finger here on the 1st fret of the E string. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to go to a C major chord. Actually, I'm going to go to a C major 7 chord, though a C major chord would have worked just as well. This will go along with the melody just a little bit better. So I have the middle finger here on the 2nd fret of the A string. So far we have G, 2, 3, G7, and C major 7. And then I'm going to go to a C minor chord. Some people will just bar the 3rd fret for a real bright sound. I actually prefer to create this little shape here. My first finger on the 2nd fret of the high A string, 2nd fret, and my middle finger here on the 3rd fret of the C string, my 3rd finger beneath that on the 3rd fret of the E string. Now if I was playing my C major 7 and then go into that shape, all I'd have to do is just add these 2 fingers right here, the middle and the 3rd finger on the 3rd frets there. Alright, now we have G major, 4 beats, G7, same count, C major 7, and C minor. Sometimes I'll just take my first finger off right before I make my next chord change, back to G major, and to the D7 chord, which we already introduced in the intro, and back to the G chord. Alright, so our whole verse is going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, G7. C major 7. C minor, lift the first off, G major, D7, and back to G. And it's at that point we're going to throw in our intro again before going into the second verse. All right, now that same verse we're going to do with the singing. 1, 2, 3, I know that you belong to somebody new, but tonight you belong to me. Right into our intro pattern, just twice before going into our next verse. All right, we're going to repeat that whole thing before going into a bridge in C minor. But to get there, I'm going to take you through the second verse. I'll show you how it's done. Although we're apart of my heart, but tonight you belong to me. Just strum the G major chord, G7 to build tension. Then I like to drag up to a really nice little chord shape. Just kind of to build the tension a little bit further from the G7 chord, I'll take that chord and just drag it up into this position. My middle finger is on the 5th fret of the C string. My first finger is on the 3rd fret. All right, and that's our E string. And my third finger is on the 5th fret of the A string. So I have... All right, that little section will sound just like this. Ready? But tonight you belong to me. 1, 2, G7. Drag up to that position. And then we're going to the C minor chord. Okay, we finally arrived at the bridge in C minor. I'm going to start by demonstrating it for you. We have the C minor chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. G major, E7, A7, and D7 chord. I usually just like to hit a stop right there. Okay, so I have the C minor chord. That's a bar in here on the 3rd fret of the C, E, and A strings. Some people will just leave it just like that. Sounds very nice, but others will take their 3rd finger and put it on the 5th fret of the G string. Alright, this section will sound like this. Way down by the stream, how sweet it'll seem once more just to dream by the moonlight, my honey, and then we'll go right back into the 3rd and final verse. All right, so that C minor chord is being held out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 measures, 16 beats. And then G chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. Our E7 chord, this is new. My first finger is here on the 1st fret of the G string. My middle finger is here on the 2nd fret of the C string. And my 3rd finger is down on the A string, 2nd fret. Really great ukulele chord, definitely a must-know one. All right, and then from there we're just going to an A7 chord, also a new one. My first finger is simply on the 1st fret of the C string, and I'm strumming all the strings open. And then the D7 chord, once again, middle finger here on the 2nd fret of the G string. My 3rd finger is here on the 2nd fret of the E string. Now some people will play with the 1st and middle finger as well. For me, it really depends on the situation. All right, that part again sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Way down by the stream, how sweet it'll seem once more just to dream in the moonlight, my honey, I know. All right, one last little point about this bridge. I like to throw in a little bit of a chuck in my strumming pattern. So I'm going to play the C minor chord. I have down, a chuck, up, down, a chuck, up, down, a chuck, up, down, a chuck, up. And to get that sound, all I'm doing is I'm playing down, up, then I'm loosening up my grip. I'm not pressing anymore. and I'm going to get a chuck sound that way. Then after that little chuck, a little upstroke. Down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up. All right, if you've never done that before, it's going to take some practice. You got to practice it real slow. Okay, moving into the last verse, it's business as usual, starting off with the G major chord. I know if the dawn that you will be gone, but tonight you belong to me. Just little old D7 chord jumps in right at the end. That's the only change. Me. I usually like to throw in just one round of my intro and a pluck of the G string to let it end in a very simple but kind of fun way. Okay, one last little trick for our more advanced players out there. I'm going to show you how to throw in a classy little turnaround after our verses. So coming out of that verse, it's going to sound like this. But tonight you belong to me. We had our little intro section reprised. Then we're going to throw in this great little turnaround. Sounds like this. Okay, put the two together. Okay, so I have my D7 chord with my first finger on top, G string 2nd fret, middle finger here on the 2nd fret of the E string. But my pinky is extended out to the 5th fret of the A. I'm going to strum. Then my 3rd finger is going to go to the 3rd fret of the A string for 2 strums. Alright, then I'm going to go to a G major chord. From here on out, I'm strumming just from the C string down. Alright, now we have. I'm going to drag it back 1 fret. Alright, so far we have. Then I'm going to throw in a D7 chord and then back into my verse. So I'm going to have. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this lesson on Tonight You Belong to Me on the ukulele. I got plenty more videos coming up on the uke and on the guitar, so keep checking back. Please subscribe. I'm Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia, saying happy picking.